Uh, for today, we will have a short demonstration about creditable withholding tax using Automate. So, under business function, we first create our purchases. So let's record some purchases. So let's record some bill. So let's say bill number one, dated January 1, 2025. Due date is May 31, 2025. So let's say it's Sing HK as our supplier. So let's say professional fees, that is 10,000 pesos. And after that, we will now save and exit. And then we will record another bill. Let's put it at February 1, 2025. Then due date May 31, space define. So let's say this is rent. It's 20,000 pesos. Then save and exit. Another one. Let's record bill number 3. So now March 1, 2025, due date May 31. It's now GHI. Then let's say it's again professional fees. It's 30,000. Okay. And then save and exit. So we have recorded 3 bills, bill number 1, bill number 2, and bill number 3. Now, after we record our bill, then the next thing to do is to set our withholding tax. So under purchase bill, we have here our different bills. You can click the action button, click tax withheld. So let's set the tax withheld or withholding tax for bill number 1. So first, we have here 10,000 pesos. We click the withholding tax code. Now, we have here withholding tax, depending whether it's individual or corporation. Let's say it's individual. We make use of this withholding tax code, 5%, WI010, save selection, click save. And after that, automatically the system will record the amount of our withholding. So basically, a while back, we have 5% as withholding. So from 10,000, we have tax withhold of 500. So the outstanding amount is only 9,500. We do the same for bill number 2 and bill number 3. So bill number 2, let's set our withholding tax code. So our withholding tax code here, this is a rent. So it's WI100. Save selection, click save. So here, 20,000 less 5% tax withheld, 19,000 net. And then for bill number 3, let's set the tax withheld. So let's say, let's make use of the 10% here for the PF. Click save. Then 30,000 less the 10% tax withheld. We have 20,000 outstanding amount. Now, that's not the only thing Automate can offer. So when we go now to reports after setting the tax withheld for the 3 purchases, we can go to our transaction. So we have here sales withholding tax report, purchase withholding tax report, and withholding tax dashboard. So since what we recorded are items of purchases, so we can go with purchase withholding tax report. We can select our period, so we can use January 1, 2025 until the last one or the first quarter, which is March 31, 2025. So as you can see, the 3 line items or 3 purchases earlier recorded are recorded here or shown here according to transaction. And then we have here our total withholding tax amount. And also according to tax code, so we have WI-010, WI-100, and WI-011. All of these are properly classified per tax code or according to transaction. So that's only as to the report. But when we want to create already the different forms or different filing compliances for withholding tax, we go now to withholding tax dashboard. So since that's about purchases, we go to our outstanding purchase certificate, set it to first quarter of 2025, and there you go. It shows now the different items of withholding taxes. Now, since we have purchases and we have withholding taxes on this particular purchases, we need to issue BIR Form 2307. So to issue BIR Form 237, we just click the particular customer or particular payee, and then from the payee, we generate the withholding tax. Once generated, we have now our BIR Form 2307 for that particular payee, or for that, we have Sing HK. Then we can go back to withholding tax dashboard, set it again for first quarter. As you can see, Sing HK is not here already. So it's not already outstanding. So it's now under issued purchases. So if ever 2307 is not yet issued, it's still under outstanding purchases. But once we issue 2307, then it is already under issued purchases. Now, after that, aside from issuing certificates, we can now create our reports. So for reports, we can go to the reports dashboard. Under withholding tax dashboard, we click reports. Then we can now generate report. Let's say January 1, 2025 until March 31, 2025. So to generate new report, we just click here. So for our monthly 0619E, so for month of January 2025, it's not an amended form. We have tax withheld from Sing HK earlier. If you still remember, we have 500 pesos for Sing HK, and that we can already generate. So it's successfully generated. So we have already generated 0619E for January 2025, which is due on February 15, 2025, which now creates your remittance form for January 2025. So going back to our certificates earlier, we still have outstanding purchases, which we did not issue a 2307. And that is for February amounting to 1,000, and then for March amounting to 3,000. So let's create our reports also for the month of February. So February 2025 is not an amended form. There is tax withheld. Yes, that is 1,000 which we recorded last February. We can again generate that, and it's now successfully generated. So we have here for February 2025, the tax form for 2025. And then lastly, for the quarterly, which is for March 2025. So first quarter, year 2025. It's not an amended form, get data. As you can see, it is now automatically populated. We have here our 10,000, 30,000, and 20,000 earlier. And for the first month, we said we paid earlier 1,000. On the second month, we said we paid 500. So the total remittances should be 1,500. 4,500 minus 1,500 will give us a total remittances of 3,000. So our total amount still due is 3,000. Once this is populated, then we just click generate. Now it's successfully generated. And to view the form, we can click this form, our quarterly form here. So here is our quarterly form. So automatically it is generated. Everything will be generated here. Whatever we have inputted earlier and what is automatically populated by the system, which are the different ETCs, together with the total taxes withheld and our remittances. So those are the forms that can be created using our withholding tax dashboard. So again, we have 0619E and 1601EQ. And lastly, we have here our quarterly alpha list of payees. For quarterly alpha list of payees, this is a supporting return or a submission provided to your BIR as a support to your quarterly withholding tax report. So let's say we create our alpha list of payee for January 2025. It's not an amended form. There is a tax withheld. So automatically, the system creates a DAT file for that particular month. So this is our DAT file. We just click generate. So our DAT file is already generated. You just need to download this one and submit it to the BIR. Now, if ever we want to update the status again, just the same, click the action button of our form, click update status, filed by, what is our filing date? Let's say we filed it today. And then we upload our documents or the supporting document that it was really filed already to the BIR, and we just click submit. So once we click submit, it will go now to the filed item. So to update the status of your reports, just click update status using our action button. And once it is updated, it will now go to the it will now transfer to the filed portion. So that is for the reports of withholding taxes as to purchases. Now, let's assume we have sales. Let's assume we have sales. So let's record a sale. So this is a sale to GHI, let's say. And then it's a professional service. And it's worth 100,000. I know. Okay. And it is 12% VAT. And it is VAT inclusive. So we have here 100,000 VAT in let's say VAT exclusive, 100,000 plus 12,000 VAT, so total of 112,000. So we will just generate preview. And then we can save and email. Now, we can set our tax withheld for our sales by clicking again the action button, click tax withheld, and then click withholding tax code. So let's say it is subject to 5% rate, save selection, click save. Automatically, the system will populate based on amount before VAT. So earlier, it is VAT exclusive. It should have been 112. But withholding is always based on the amount before VAT. So that's 100,000 times 5%, we have 5,000. And then we click save. Click OK. And then we go now to our withholding tax. So for withholding tax, we have now a outstanding sales withholding certificate. What is the use of this one? Because normally, a problem here in the Philippines is that we don't receive our 2307s on time. So Automate created a way for us to track our 2307s, the 2307s we receive. So once it is not yet received, it's here. But once it is received, it will transfer into receive sales withholding cert. So let's say here, we did not yet receive this particular withholding, then we can email contact. And then the system will generate now our 2307 for them. So what is left for them to do is just to sign this one and send it back to us. So this is a way to track for our 2307s that we have already received and those still outstanding. So again, if ever it's outstanding, we have here under Automate a way to email our contact so that we can say, hey, our 2307 is not yet given. So this is now the 2307 we prepared for you. You just need to sign it already. And again, once we have received this 2307, we just click update status. And then let's say the receipt number, it applies to a particular quarter, let's say this quarter. And then we just upload a document regarding that withholding receipt, the 2307, we click submit. And once it is submitted, from outstanding, it will transfer to your received sales. So this received sales gives you all of your received sales withholding cert. You can populate it depending on the quarter. You can also populate it depending on the year. So that's it. So those are the things we have here under Automate. We can create and track your outstanding purchases, issued purchases. We can create your reports such as 0619E, 1601EQ, and QAP. And finally, we can track also your 2307. So for your 2307, we have outstanding sales and we receive sales. If ever it's still outstanding, you can create an email, send to that particular buyer, and provide to us the 2307. And to track all the 2307s we receive, we can have here our received sales withholding cert. And that's it for the withholding tax dashboard.